everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're reacting to Thomas and Friends Magic Man, so let's see this.
While they were steaming up, Sir Stephen Topham had arrived with some exciting news.
Oh, and as always, if there's a video you want me to react to, please leave it in the comments below, and I will get to it as soon as I can.
A group of actors from America are coming to the island of Sodor to be photographed with all of you. The engines were amazed. Actors? From America, sir? Yes, Percy. They're coming here to be photographed for promotion of a new television show that'll be aired over there in a few weeks. What's the show called, sir? Asked Thomas. It's called Shining Time Station. It's about a railroad station in the United States on a line called the Indian Valley Railroad.
What? I can't even. That's an actual show. That is an actual show. You know that? Oh, of course you all know that. Okay.
By a woman named Stacy Jones, and as an 18-inch magic man called Mr. Conductor. Conductor? Thomas asked, puzzled. Railroad? Wondered Toby. Sir Stephen laughed. It's all American rail lingo, he replied. Conductor means guard, and railroad means railway. Magic man? Asked Percy.
Oh,
yes,
no, don't get Percy
told me that he lives
ideas!
on the walls of the railroad station and tells stories about you all. The actors will be arriving here in a few days. In the walls? Percy was most intrigued and wondered if this magic man was real. Gordon, Henry, and James had heard the news as well, and they were jealous. I don't believe it, snorted Gordon crossly. Why would a group of actors come to our island and take pictures with Thomas, Percy, and Toby? They come from America, added James.
Jealous!
You think with them coming from the land that is Hollywood, they would want to take pictures with us mainline engines? They soon went to work.
Jealous!
But grew jealous whenever they saw the branch line engines.
They need to get over it.
If you ever visit the island of Sodor and are interested in the stories from the various railways, then you should visit the Railway Archives. It's a treasure trove of stories over the years with all of the engines across the island of Sodor, big or small. Let's take a look at all the stories that are a blast from the past for the engines of Sodor.
Okay, now this is getting interesting. Okay, we're gonna skip the intro,
Have you
but...
three heard about this magic man? He asked.
Oh, no!
Percy, what are you talking about? Replied James, getting annoyed. The Fat Controller told me about this.
Percy should know not to talk to them! No!
This magic man that lives in the walls of the railway station in America for this new television show that tells stories about us. I was wondering, had you ever seen him? Since we're real and the stories are about us, is this magic man real? Then the big engines all shared knowing looks. Yes, Percy, replied Gordon. We know about this magic man. We have seen him from time to time lurking around the station yard asking us about the stories. Percy smiled. Do you think he's here right now? Maybe, replied Henry. But he could be anywhere. Why, he could be on Thomas's branch line. Percy bubbled with excitement and he puffed away.
Oh, you...
Meanwhile, the big engines all chortled by their trick. That will make Percy foolish, chuckled James. Especially with those actors, added Gordon. When Percy arrived back at the top station, he told Thomas and Toby all about the magic man. So he is real. We better look out for him. Thomas and Toby looked at him confused. Percy, I think Gordon, Henry, and James were just pulling our wheels, said Thomas. How so? Well, the Fat Controller did tell us that he was part of a show, meaning he's fictional. But he's telling stories about us, Thomas, argued Percy. Those stories were real, and we're real, so this magic man would have to be real as well. Gordon and James told you about barking signals, replied Toby. And that turned out to be false, he chuckled. Yeah, well, that's different, Toby, snapped Percy. I know he's real, and I will prove it. And he steamed away to collect some trucks for the quarry, while Thomas and Toby just rolled their eyes. Percy collected his trucks at the quarry, and he steamed away to the harbour to deliver it. As he was puffing down the branch line, he was still looking for the magic man. Must find him, he said. He was searching for him all the way down the line, but he wasn't paying attention from what was up ahead. On the road, Bulgy was running late. He had a flat tire, and it took a while for him to be repaired for a new one.
Dude,
Down
watch out, no!
He could see Bulgy up ahead. Hey, out of the way, he yelled. The lorry driver veered away from the lane, avoiding a collision with the double-decker bus. Luckily, he did, but he didn't know about the bridge. He plowed through the parapets and plunged towards the tracks, crashing down. Thankfully, he had jumped out of the cab in time, but the lorry lay in ruins, and Percy was heading towards it while looking for the magic man.
Oh, no. I can't look!
Video.
Yes, I'm doing that. Oh, shoot, sorry. Oh, no!
Bust my buffers! His crew weren't hurt, and the driver came to see the commotion. But Percy's crew wasn't pleased what had happened. You should have been looking out for us, replied the driver angrily, instead of this magic man rubbish. Thomas came with a breakdown train and Sir Stephen Topham hat. After the wreckage was cleared, he then said, "You'll have to go to the works to be checked over. It might be a bit of a wait." "But what about the actors, sir?" "I'm sorry, Percy," sighed Sir Stephen. "I'm afraid you might miss out on it." Percy was sad, and soon he was lifted on the flatbed.
Stupid Gordon, Henry, and James.
Percy felt very miserable. At the big station, Gordon was there when Toby puffed in with his train.
I hope they're happy.
"What seems to be troubling you, Toby?" asked Gordon. Then Toby explained about the accident that Percy was in with a lorry. It wouldn't have happened if he hadn't been looking for this magic man. Then Gordon's eyes widened. He hadn't meant to get Percy into an accident. He thought Percy would be looking for the magic man until he was told that he wasn't real. Gordon was most upset. "Is something wrong with you, Gordon?" Toby asked. Gordon broke out of his trance and then said, No, certainly not. Anyway, I can't stop and chat, Toby. See you next time." And he puffed quickly away.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to admit he's wrong. This is his fault. This is all his and James's fault. Henry, too.
Gordon was feeling terrible, and as he puffed past Croven's gate, he could see Percy looking very sad.
I hope he's happy.
At the big station, he saw James and Henry and told them about Percy. Both engines felt the same as Gordon, but then Gordon said, "Not a word. Keep it dark." James and Henry were surprised and cross. "Why should we keep it dark, Gordon?" replied Henry crossly. "We must confront the truth. It's our personal responsibility."
Duh.
"But we're mainline engines. We have a reputation to keep up." "You have an ego to keep up, Gordon. Our reputation will be in tatters, but we try to make up for it by learning our lesson and doing the right thing. We were responsible for the trek and must tell the truth," replied a voice. "Sir Topham Hatt," replied the engines in surprise. "So you were the ones responsible for Percy?" "We didn't mean for him to have the accident, sir, honest," replied James sadly. "I know the accident wasn't all your fault, but I am most displeased with you tricking poor Percy into believing something that would cost him not paying attention." "We only did the trick because they were going to be photographed with the actors, sir," sighed Gordon. Sir Stephen groaned. "Oh, I was going to tell you this as well, but they weren't going to be the only ones photographed. Miss Allcroft and her co-producer, Mr. Sickleco, had asked me to have them and you all to be photographed with them since your mortal counterparts are going to be in the new television show. But now after all this, I don't know if it's possible for you all as well as Percy. Gordon, Henry, and James felt terrible. Please, sir, we'll try and put things right, replied Henry. I hope so. You've upset my arrangements. The big engines were trying to think of an idea of how not to let Percy feel left out. Then Gordon had an idea. He then spoke to Sir Stephen about it, and then he smiled. What a wonderful idea.
Where is he going with it?
It was the day of the photo session, and Percy was still feeling sad at the thought of missing out. I hope Thomas and Toby have a wonderful time with the actors, he thought. Then he heard a whistle and then a bell, and pulling into the works was Thomas and Toby with Annie, Clarabelle, and Henrietta.
Where's this going?
What are you two doing here? He asked in astonishment. The Fat Controller had arranged to have the photo sessions with the actors here, replied Thomas happily. Percy was excited, and coming out of the coaches were all the actors.
There's
One of
Casey
them
Jones!
being Percy's Magic Man. Percy was surprised. It's the Magic Man, he gasped. The man chuckled. No, Percy, it's me, he said. Percy looked towards the man closely and realized who he was. Oh my goodness, it's Mr. Starkey. The very same. So are you the Magic Man? I am, although I'm not 18 inches tall, mind you, and everyone chuckled. Soon it was time for the photo session. Everyone stood with the engines while posing for the cameras, until at last the session was done. Percy was very happy, and Thomas and Toby were glad to see it. This was a wonderful day. Thank you. Don't thank us, replied Toby. Give thanks to Gordon, Henry, and James. It was their idea to make this possible since they felt so bad about your accident. Then Toby explained about their Magic Man trick. I thought they were responsible, but what happened had happened, and I'm glad that they learned their lesson. I'll give them my thanks whenever I'm done. By the way, who was looking after the branch line? James liked pulling passenger trains, but he finds the idea of running them on a branch line to be rather dull. I'm a mainline engine, he groused, not a backwater engine. Well, someone had to look after this line. It's no good of you to look after the shunting and trucks. That's why Mavis and Edward are doing it, replied his driver. Well, it's for the sake of Percy, sighed James, and he puffed away after the guard blew his whistle. But in the end, the mainline engines had even gotten their photographs taken with the actors.
So they got jealous for nothing. Oh, bother! That was a good story. That's a good way to end it. It just shows jealousy doesn't pay. With my beliefs, I've always been taught with my faith that love is patient, love is kind, does not envy, does not boast, because our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ he's patient, he is kind, he is not envious, and he does not boast because, well, he's perfect in every single way. Anyways, thank you for watching, everybody. This is Gabriel 101 signing out. Adios, everybody.